Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Finance Story Networking series, where we bring you finance professionals to share their learnings and experiences. So, we at the Finance Story get asked often, do UAE employers hire semi qualified CAs, specifically from ICAI India? And the answer is, of course, a big yes. In fact, many a times, semi-qualified CAs are preferred by SMEs and smaller businesses to handle their accounts and finances. So, from my understanding, there are almost 3,000 plus CAs, from ICAI in the UAE. Okay, but a lot more semi-qualified or part-qualified CAs. So professionals who have not completed their CA final, but who have completed their articles or their second level of CA. So the big question is, can one expect a good career growth? Okay, and what are the opportunities? So today we have with us, CA Bharat Chandan, who navigated the job market as a semi-qualified for almost 5 years before eventually qualifying as a CA in 2019. Bharat moved to Abu Dhabi somewhere in 2015, and 4 years later, he qualified and became a CA. However, in those 4 years, how did he look at opportunities and how did he grow in his career is what we are here to discuss and ask him. So let me introduce you to Bharat. Hey Bharat, thank you so much for joining in. Thanks a lot.
Hi Chantal, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share my knowledge on this forum. And I hope my knowledge and experience would help many semi-qualified chartereds to find a job in UAE, how to relocate to UAE, and I hope this will give them a proper guidance before they take any decision to move to UAE.
Absolutely. And everyone who's watching us, if you have questions, please ask. Feel free to ask. And thank you so much, for joining in as well. So, Bharat, let's start with your journey. Okay. So, can you tell us about your journey? When did you come to the UAE? So, from what I understand, you moved here in 2015, and you were still studying to be a CA. So, can you just take us back and tell us about it? And how did you get your first opportunity here? Were you paid fairly well, or you had to compromise a lot because you didn't have the CA tag? So, tell me, how is it?
I moved to UAE in 2016 after after giving my first examination of CA final. I have seen that many people who are facing so many struggles in their life, they are with related to finance or with related to responsibilities. They are moving to UAE and other countries, and even after joining a job, I got a job in just like 1 month of visit visa, and it was because of so many people who guided me well and who showed me a proper strategy to find a job in UAE. And with the help of many relatives and many friends, I made so many good connections as well. And with the help of that, I found a job in just 1 month. It was a cybersecurity company in Abu Dhabi. I worked there as a semi-qualified only for almost like 5 years. After that, I cleared my chartered accountancy in November 2019 attempt, and finally in 2021, November 2021, I joined Deva. It's a Dubai-based government company, and by that time, I was already qualified.
That's amazing. So, Bharat, can you tell us what was your strategy you followed to find an opportunity here? And did you find the difference that, hey, if you're a CA, you have to, there's a different preference, or it's equal even if you're a semi-qualified CA? Should you be like confident enough to say, hey, you know what, even though I'm not a CA, but I have done my internship and I have the knowledge, and you can ask for a particular kind of compensation. So, can you take us through that? How was it?
I believe that the life depends on the level of confidence you hold. Being a semi-qualified, also when I came to UAE, I was confident enough to understand that I deserve something better, and thankfully I got a very good opportunity. At the time, in just 1 month, I got 14 interviews, and I cleared almost 6 to 7 interviews, and the pay was also like three times what I could have got in India. So it was a good opportunity in the accounting field, and thankfully to my seniors as well, that I learned a lot in that duration. Also, there are so many semi-qualified CAs I have seen who have got really good jobs in many good companies in Abu Dhabi and Dubai. So there are so many opportunities available. Of course, you will face some challenges, because as you said that being a qualified and being a semi-qualified, have you faced any difficulties? Yes, we do face some difficulties because the important thing I saw in every semi-qualified is that they don't hold that confidence, because when the HR person will ask them that this is the same level of salary we are giving to qualified chartered accountant, and why we should give it to you. So at that time they are not able to hold their confidence, and they are not able to answer it properly, and while negotiating they are not able to confidently tackle this kind of questions. So with the blessings, I was guided very well, and I was very confident on myself that I do deserve this much of salary. And of course we have to show them that we are little different from the normal graduated people, and we do deserve, because the level of knowledge and the level of understanding of subject matter we have is as good as a qualified chartered accountant. Then why don't we deserve this job?
That's absolutely. So your biggest point from what I understand over here is confidence. You need to
Yes.
be confident enough, okay, even if you're a semi-qualified or a CA, you have to be confident enough that, hey, I deserve this because I have the knowledge, I can add value. So you're saying that's the biggest takeaway for anyone who's watching it right now.
Yes.
Okay, okay, cool. So Bharat, also like from your experience of almost like what 2016 to 2023. Okay, you must be having a lot of friends who are also in a similar situation, of course. So can you tell me how what is the career growth like? Okay, if you are a part qualified CA, like what salary can you expect to start with, and how can you project your growth? Are you restricted only to say SMEs, or you can also join multinationals or the big fours or larger companies? So can you take us through that strategy which one can use?
See, you have to first, that is a very good question, that you have to define a strategy. Without a strategy, a person is like going on a blind way with no clue on what will be the destination. So, yeah, you need to have a proper strategy to find a job. First thing is that you need to be active on LinkedIn, and you need to have a good profile on LinkedIn as well. That if you have a strong profile, the recruiters will definitely get attracted with the profiles you hold. Second is that while finding a job, you should be able to reach out to so many different people who are of the same community via LinkedIn or via any other resources. Third is that there are so many portals, and there are so many this recruitment agencies are there. Senders recruitment, task outsourcing, there are so many recruitment agencies are there, with the help of which you can easily find a job. And fourth, you need to do your research and development as well, that before you come to UAE, you need to see how much the package which semi-qualifieds are getting. It is not that difficult. It is little bit easy, because the level of questions we get in the interview is way more easier than what we get in India. So you can easily clear the interviews, and the package you can expect is around, if you are even if you are a fresher semi-qualified chartered, like you don't have a work experience, but you have just the articleship of 3 years of experience, then also you can expect like 5 to 8 thousand. And if you are a well experienced, if you have experience in India for 2 to 3 years, then you can definitely expect 6 to 12 thousand. And obviously it depends on luck as well. UAE, I believe, is highly dependent on luck. Some of my friends have already got a job. First job was for around 12,000, and they are semi qualified. So it depends on the level of budget the company holds, and the level of confidence you hold in your interview, uh, the way you are prepared in the interview, and the way you give answers in the interview, that it depends on them.
Okay, these are some amazing pointers. So your friends who started off pretty well, right? Who started off at almost at a CA kind of a package. What kind of companies
Yes.
did they choose? What kind of companies did they choose? Were they working for larger organizations or smaller SMEs or consulting? What was it exactly?
What I have got to know, that working in a small consultancy firm will give you more challenges, and it will be more difficult. rather you should definitely give a preference. If being a qualified or being a semi-qualified, definitely anybody will give a preference to big organizations, reputed organizations with the good policies, HR policies, and strong feasibility of the company. They will definitely try to grow in a multinational organization or any corporates they will prefer. And second preference would be a CA firm or Big Four as well. It is not that Big Four is not hiring semi-qualifieds; they do hire. So you can definitely try your luck. And first of all, you need to know that in which field you want to go. If you want to go in accounting field, then definitely you will go for any corporates. And if you want to go in internal auditing field, still you can go into corporates. If you want to go into consultancy or statutory sorry external auditing field, then you can try your luck in CA firms or Big Fours.
Okay, that's amazing. So, Bharat, Amir has a question over here. Okay, so you said when you came to the UAE, okay, you had a lot of people to guide you. You had a lot of relatives as well, right? So, what happens to those who have no connection? So, what is your advice to them? How should they start their search of finding an opportunity here?
As I said that you will find guidance over yeah, first of all, it's a good point that major qualified charters are given so many guidance how they can achieve till the level of CFOs and CEOs, whereas nobody is giving attention on semi-qualifieds. First of all, I would say that being a semi-qualified, you need to understand one thing, that try to complete your exams, try to focus on your exams and complete it as soon as possible. If not, then also it's fine. Regarding the strategy which you asked, you can find resources. You can definitely reach out to me also after this session. Also, it's not that I will not be available. I will be available on LinkedIn. You can ping me over there. And strategy, I have already told that you need to find people of like minds on LinkedIn or any other portal, and you need to apply through the portals. And the one of the strategy which I have, sorry, I forgot to mention that most of the people, they are in India and they are trying to find job sitting in India. I would say take a risk, come to UAE, because UAE is a growing market. There are so many people who are already available in UAE market, and there are so many candidates who are already available here. So companies will not prefer if you are not physically present in UAE. You There are so many new types of visas that have come, like job seeker visa. Even if not available, then you can come on 2 months of visit visa. Try to target that what kind of salary you are looking, what kind of job you are looking. And even if you don't get in just 1 month, don't be impatient, have some patience, and try to get the same level of package which you are expecting, and you will be more motivated to work, and you will be more focused on your work rather than just on money. So after you come to UAE, you can just give interviews online, sorry, offline interviews. You can apply through portals like Dubizzle, Indeed, LinkedIn, UAE Advice, and also you can reach out to the recruiters like Task Outsourcing Sundus Recruitment. And of course, you should have a CV which is as per UAE standards. Also, my CV is also available on the LinkedIn, and there are so many people who ask me that what kind of CVs they should have. In India, we don't write more about the contents of what work we actually do. We just write it in a very short forms. And in UAE, the people are expecting that it should be in a detailed form, because they won't understand the work which you are already doing, the profile which you are already holding, if you are writing in very short manner. So that is the strategy you can follow to find the job.
Fair enough. So, Bharat, so to sum it up, I mean, Amir, I hope it answers your question. But to sum it up, people can first of all connect with you. You're more than happy to help. You need to have a good CV in place, and your CV is available online so others can look at the format and have it in their CV as well, right? So that's one. Second one is
Yes.
you have to connect on LinkedIn, and you have to be a little bold and make the move over here. And eventually, it will take a while. It doesn't happen in a week or two. Sometimes not even in 2 months, but it will eventually happen because there are great opportunities, right?
Yes, there are.
Okay, cool. So Bharat, now my next question is, in the 4 to 5 years that you were studying to be a CA, first of all, why did you want to continue to be a CA? Why not pursue other qualifications? Did you feel that there was no growth, or your growth would slow down if you did not complete your CA, or you wanted to complete your CA? What was your reason to continue the CA journey in UAE? Okay, and how did you balance it off with work and studies?
No doubt, it is very difficult to balance your studies along with the work. And uh, CA, I would say that CA will not only teach you regarding just the subject matters, whereas it will teach you about how you should grow in your life. There are so many learning things which CA exams will definitely teach you. I'm pretty sure that most of the people who are watching this interview would have given exams many times, and I understand the level of pain and the level of difficulties we face during these exams. But I would still suggest that don't give up on your CA exams. If you are able to finish one group of CA final, then just the four subjects, you should not leave just for other four subjects, and you should try to push yourself and try to clear the exam, because the uh, no doubt that the level of knowledge which you have, no doubt the level of ambition you hold is similar to what a qualified chartered accountants have. But still, people at some or the other level, they will see that whether you have that pass word in your result or not. So try to be focused on your exams. Try to find what are the mistakes which you are doing, and try to overcome with the challenges which you are facing in your CA exams. If at all, if you are tired enough to give so many exams, and if at all you are thinking of not continuing with your exams, then there are so many other courses which are available. They also give you exemptions on the basis of IPCC level. Also IPCC, if you are cleared, if you are semi qualified, then you get so many exemptions. In ACCA, there are other courses like CMA and CIA also, if you are going in an internal auditing field.
Hey guys, I guess his battery is low. Just give us a second. Yes. Hey everyone, I'm just waiting for Bharat. I guess he has his battery is down and he just got back from office because it's just 3:30 here in Dubai. It's 3:45 actually. So you have to be a little patient. Thank you.
network got stopped.
It's fine. Don't worry. I mean, it's a working day. So thank you so much again. Okay, Bharat. So we'll continue from here. So tell me, what other courses you were mentioning? You were mentioning about CIA. What else you were saying?
CIA is for the internal auditing field. If you are already started working in internal auditing, then you can definitely go with the CIA course. And um, other courses are like ACCA. You get so many exemptions in ACCA, and it's easier than doing other courses because you just have to give 5 or 6 subjects that are also subjective questions are there. So uh, somebody have, I think, commented that CPA I would not prefer because it is way more. What I understand is it is way more difficult than even a CA course, and there are so many chartered accountants who are also struggling. It is better to do ACCA, and it has a global recognition as well. And CMA also you can pursue. My one of my friend is already pursuing CMA course.
Okay, so this is news to me. So from what you're saying is that CPA is basically in UAE for everyone here. ACCA is a lot more acceptable because of the UK connection, right? They prefer
Yes.
qualification. Even CA from ICAEW is very popular over here and very acceptable, correct? Instead of US CPA. That's what you meant to say?
USCMA is a 8 months course, and ICW is like a 2.5 year course. So comparatively, it will save your time and money also. So it's better to do USCMA. It is way more easier as well. Once you just focus on that and just give your 8 months to that, then you are done with it. And
Okay.
also USCMA has a tie-up with ICWA. ICWA is now changed and it is named as ICAI only. It's a cost accounting. So as soon as you clear your USCMA, you directly get a membership in ICAI as well. I mean ICWA.
Okay, so the Institute of Cost Accountants of India. That's what you meant to say.
Yes.
Okay, so if someone does not want to complete their CA, you're saying instead of pursuing CPA, ACCA is a way better option, and then it is the US CMA, Cost and
CMA.
Management Accounting.
Yes.
Okay, so we also have one question over here from so Amir. So Amir has this question about he finds a CPA course more flexible to pursue. But in your opinion, you suggest him to do an ACCA or you suggest him to do a CMA, right? So Amir,
Yes.
that's for you. Now there's another question from Samir. Okay, he says. I know this is related to the CA course. So I'm a semi-qualified CMA and I'm working in a full-time investment banking finance role in a decent company. And I have 1 year of experience. Is there any possibility I can make it to the UAE or other Gulf countries?
Sorry, what can you repeat?
Yeah, so he's a semi-qualified CMA and he's working in India, okay, in a finance role. So and he's got 1 year of work experience. So he also stands a great chance, right, of finding an opportunity here.
Definitely you stand a much better chance, and you already have a work experience, then you can definitely get good opportunities in UAE as well. As soon as you move to UAE, you should try to get in touch with the field of your field people. No doubt that I have seen that more of the vacancies are available in accounting and internal auditing field, but UAE is right now growing and it has a lot many opportunities in different fields as well. People are going in insurance sector, people are going in investment banking, people are going in actuary as well. So you can definitely get stand a more better chance than many people over there.
Okay, so from what I understand, Samir, because when we are into recruitment, so irrespective of if you're a semi-qualified CMA or a cost accountant or a semi-qualified CA, there is if you understand finance, if you understand accounting, okay, there are several opportunities, and since this is a multi, what do you say? There are people from different nationalities, right? So it's not like how it is in India that hey, you get stamped for your entire life if you are a semi-qualified, and there's no everyone calls you a semi-qualified. Here, if you're good at your work, irrespective of your designation, I know a lot of people with no MBA, just a plain BCom grads who are doing fantastically well as CFOs, right? So you just need to have, as Bharat mentioned, great confidence. But I know for a fact that there is great opportunity, especially in manufacturing companies. You will get a lot of opportunities. So you don't have to worry, and you should definitely try for opportunities here, and you'll find one soon. So, yep. So, Bharat, I have this next question for you. Okay, how has your career trajectory changed? After qualifying as a CA. I know you did CA for your own personal self, right? You wanted to prove it to yourself. So, I think that's why you did CA. That was the main goal, right? So,
Yeah.
how has it changed? Has more opportunities come your way? Okay, has the employers who are hiring look at you in a different way, or it's almost the same? So, what has it? How has it helped you?
It has helped me because there are so many opportunities which are available only for chartered accountants. Because when you apply for a job, they see that in your CV whether you have mentioned you are a qualified C or not. So yes, your life will drastically change, and as soon as you get that degree, the more opportunities, the more so many doors will open for you. And as soon as I cleared the CA, and there were so many people from HR recruitments, they tried to approach me to join their company, which was not there when I was a semi-qualified CA. So yes, of course there will be a difference, and you will find that the growth is also higher rate as compared to what semi-qualified will get. Earlier, when I was working as a semi-qualified for almost 5 years, my growth was little lesser rate than being a qualified chartered. And in current position which I am working, the primary requirement of the company was that I should be a qualified chartered. So if I would not have been cleared my CA during that time, then it would be difficult for me to get this job as well. I would have been in a different place, no doubt. I'm more confident that I would definitely grow whether I clear or not. But being a qualified person, you will get little different kind of market and little different kind of opportunities.
Okay, so Bharat, so you mentioned a great point. So if you're the current company was looking for a CA, that was their main criteria because I guess it is a government entity and it's a larger organization. But you also pointed out that had you not completed CA, even in the current route, you would have made the kind of money and you would have grown. But you mean to say that you probably wouldn't have gotten into larger organizations. That's what you're saying. The larger organizations focus on your CA
Yes.
kind of a
I-
qualification.
yes, exactly.
Okay, so you have a lot of friends also in similar situation just because they don't have the CA degree, they are not able to get into larger organizations, or again, it's how you navigate your way through.
See, if, what I have seen in the people that if they are not able to clear their CA, they are focusing on the other skills. They are keeping themselves updated because UAE is coming up with many different reforms. Right now, this ESR also came 2 years back, and right now we are expecting that this corporate tax is coming, and some more new reforms will definitely come. So if you keep focusing on the level of work you do with the level of knowledge you gain, then you can definitely grow even if you are not able to clear your exams. So try to focus on other areas of improvements, and try to grow in other areas that can lead you to a different level of work, different level of opportunities.
Okay, so from what I understand, you have to brand yourself also in a particular way. If you keep branding yourself as a semi-qualified, everyone will look at you as a semi-qualified. So if you decide, hey, I don't want to do CA, focus on pursuing other skills, which becomes your identity, okay, rather than just sticking to the fact that you've not done and completed something. Did you mean that?
Yes, definitely, I mean that.
Okay, okay, cool. So, Bharat, there's one more question from Charan. Okay. He says, will the implementation of corporate tax open up many opportunities for CAs? And will it will it provide opportunities for VAT implementation as once it did? Also, do we need to have a college degree to get a proper job in the UAE apart from CA and inter qualification?
You don't need to get a college degree to get a job in UAE. You are already a CA, part CA qualified. You possess the knowledge which a qualified person has. So this is sufficient. And also in your, I'm pretty sure in your articleship experience as well, you would have worked in direct and indirect taxation field as well. So UAE corporate tax will definitely bring so many different opportunities. Already people have started hiring people to implement corporate tax in their companies. The the people have a knowledge of transfer pricing, double taxation avoidance agreement, and how to do just a basic corporate tax filing return, and appeals, handling appeals can give you a more better chance to take the opportunities in corporate tax field. Also, when I do remember that when VAT came to UAE, at that time there were so many opportunities to implement VAT, how to, because people were not aware how the VAT law will be implemented, how they need to file the returns, and what even some companies, they were not even aware how what will be the frequency, because some companies have been given quarterly filing return, some have given monthly filing return. So it was difficult for the companies to implement, especially for the big organizations, to implement VAT in their system, and it will be definitely challenging to implement corporate tax as well. And this will give all the finance field people a great opportunity to grab and to get a good job.
Okay, absolutely. So, Charan, I hope it answered your questions. So, I'll just add to what Bharat has said. So when it comes to corporate tax, there are three types of hiring that's eventually going to happen, right? One is advisory, then there is litigation, as you said, appeals, and the compliance part. So, from what I've seen, the hiring happening over here, there's a lot of hiring for advisory that's happening, right? Because corporate tax is yet to be implemented, and advisories, if advisory roles, there's a great demand, and there's a lot of hiring even for senior levels. Compliance hiring, I guess, will start in 2025 or 2024, from what I understand, right? But it is very slow on compliance hiring. So if you're looking at finding an opportunity for VAT, or sorry, corporate tax compliance, there's it's not happening right now. So advisory is happening. So look at that, and eventually in 2024, 2025, the compliance and the litigation will really go big. So I think that's the time it will get full blown out, from my understanding. So, Bharat, you want to add something to this? I mean, do you agree?
Yes, I completely agree with you. And I have seen that right now Big Four have already started hiring for corporate tax. And as soon as the act will, as soon as the effective date will come, then people will hire after implementation, and they will hire for compliance part. But right now they are analyzing that with the existing business portfolio, what they have, how they will be able to show the proper way of income and proper statement of income and statement of taxes. So they are already started working on a test phase manner regarding the corporate tax.
Okay, that's amazing. Cool. So Amir has a question. He says, "Is there any age criteria for the hiring process? I mean, is there any maximum age limit which the recruiters may consider while hiring people over here?"
No, there are no age limit barrier in UAE. People are more prioritizing the level of knowledge you have, level of experience you already possess. So they don't consider even if you are 30 plus, or even if you are in your 20s. But of course, I would suggest that as soon as you start thinking about shifting to UAE, you should make a quick decision to move to UAE rather than just waiting for a very long period of time, because the age will definitely give you more responsibilities, and you will pressurize yourself only, and you will think that now I have more responsibility and I don't want to take a risk to move to any other country. I have few friends who have done the same thing, and so that is the reason why I suggest that more quick you take a decision, the more level of good opportunities you get, and for sure in few years you will see yourself at a completely different level. So that will anyways give you a matching with the level of age you have.
I totally agree with this. I totally agree. Amir, I would like to add is that age, the younger you are, the more you can, what do you say, you will not be so skeptical about a certain CTC, about a salary compensation, right? You'll be flexible, you'll be more flexible. But the older you are, right, you will want a certain amount of salary, and most of the hiring, especially if you're new to the UAE, happens in finance and accounting. Okay, I'm just talking on an average level, say between 5 to 12K. right? So even 12 to 13k it's fine. So if you're expecting, hey, I'm like 30 and I want like 25 or 30k immediately, you will have to compromise a little bit, but eventually you will pick up, because I know a lot of people, even senior finance directors and CFOs, who moved there, okay, and they were not getting like a 30k dirham per month salary, but they started with 12k, they started with 15k, they worked with mid-sized consulting firms, and they grew well, and eventually their salary really, some of them almost doubled, right? So it depends. So the younger you are, the more flexible you are with salary, but otherwise the roles are, open for all age. So that's from my experience. So yes. So Neelam has this question: what are the opportunities available for someone who's having 10 years experience in India? I mean, I guess.
That's a great question because if you are holding a 10 years of experience, I'm pretty sure that you must be working at a managerial level or at a senior level rather than just doing a basic accounting entries. So you can definitely match the same level in UAE as well. People will not, for sure, people will not hire you for a junior position. They will hire you for a senior position, and the level of package you can expect is almost 2.5 to 3 times of what you are getting right now in India. So, and it's a tax free country, as you are aware, so that's why you will be able to save more as well in UAE. And opportunities you can try in the same profile which you are working right now. Of course, if you are working in a direct tax field, then you might have to hold yourself for some time uh, to wait for corporate tax to get implemented. But if you are working in accounting, internal auditing, or financial analysis field, then this could be a great opportunity for you to shift to UAE.
So Neelam, I hope it answers your question, but I'll also add another point. Okay, so I had a very close friend of mine actually. A couple of them moved to the UAE. Okay, they had like what 10 to 12 years of experience. Okay, so when they didn't get a job for almost like 5 to 6 months, and they were like, hey, you know what? I don't think anything is happening. I'm going to go back. But there's a lot of accounting firms where they do basic accounting, and they're just starting out a little bit with corporate tax. So there she got an opportunity, say, I guess for a salary of 8k, which was not much because she has like 12 to 13 years of experience in India, even at a big four. So it was not a big salary. It was equivalent to the Indian salary, right? But after 2 months of finding an opportunity in the UAE, she was flooded with other opportunities, because once you even have 1 month of experience, and you get that confidence that, hey, I have a job in hand, and she got so many opportunities, and I guess now her salary is almost doubled, and it's going to increase a lot more, and her expertise is in tax and accounts. So even if you're not finding an opportunity immediately, you will find, it's just a matter of time, and once you find that one job, then I guess there's no turning back over here, especially for finance and accounting professionals. There's great roles. So
This is
like Bharat,
actually, yeah, this is actually, you address a very good point here, that most of the people, they when they shift to UAE, they are being asked the same question, that you don't have a UAE experience. So in the initial period, yeah, you may face difficulties, that you may have to compromise on the package you get. But eventually, after you get 1 or 2 years of experience, I'm pretty sure that your salary will get double, or even if in after 4 5 years you can reach to 3 times of the salary which you start here also. And of course, I believe that the salary which people are getting in India as compared to UAE, what I know, that for myself as well, I got 3 times of salary what I would have got in India. So yeah, even if with the number of years of experience, you can get more than what you are getting in India.
okay, fair enough. Absolutely correct. So it might take time, okay? But if you're a finance, accounting, tax person, there is loads of opportunities, and it's only going to increase, right? As corporate tax gets implemented, it's only going to increase. Bharat, can you also just address us how a CA inter with working experience in private limited have an opportunity in the UAE market? So I guess it's the same thing that we've already answered, right? That
Yes.
yeah. So you want to address it again, since or
See, Nimit Agarwal, I don't think it will make more difference whether you are working in India as a in a private company or a public company. Of course, there are so many complaints in India regard to public limited company that you have to file to MCA, and there are so many documentations you need to maintain, but those are not there in UAE. So even if you are working in India as a private limited company or public limited company, it will be same for you. UAE market is growing, and the level of work which you are handling, just do your research that whether the same field, you need to be specific in which field you are working in a private company. You can work in a basic thing like accounts payable, account receivable, as well as you can work in a reporting, MIS reporting field as well. So what level of work you are holding, the level of knowledge you are holding, that will matter. It will not matter whether you are working in a private company or what. In both the ways you stand a equal position, and you will get a very good opportunity in UAE as well.
That's so true. So, Nirmit, you don't have to worry what is your position in India or where are you working in India. This is an open market. So, I have seen people who are working in like getting like literally like 10K INR rupees in India, and when they come here, they're like at 8,000 because they in the UAE your talent is actually valued, right? They really value your talent, irrespective of your background. You have to just be a honest, a good performer. I mean that really matters. Ethics really matters here, and if you're good at your work, it's fine. And I've also seen as we're having this discussion on semi-qualified, right? But irrespective of all of that, there is scope to growth. So don't let certain your previous work experience in India or your qualification limit you from finding opportunities here. Okay, so Amir has this question again. Please share some insights on the type of visas, cost of living, accommodation in brief, if that's okay for you to answer.
The inside of the types of visa, majorly two types of visa you can come to find a job seeker visa is there, which is a new form of visa, and they have criteria with regards to the uh, fund balance you should have and the qualification you have. But you can definitely, if not possible for the job seeker visa, then you can go for the visit visa. Right now it is available for 1 month, 2 month as well, and I would always suggest people to come on 2 months of visit visa, 60 days of visit visa. The cost of living and accommodation, it depends, completely depend on the lifestyle which you want to live and the standard of living which you are already having. If you try to compromise in your life, in your lifestyle, and if you try searching on there is an application called Dubizzle, you can find a accommodation over there. So if you are ready to compromise on your lifestyle, then you can definitely cut short your expenses, and your expenses would be around 2 to 3 thousand. But if you are living a good life, and if you want a comfortable lifestyle and comfortable standard of living, it may go up to 4 to 5 thousand as well.
Anything on accommodation? What so when you say 2 to 3, it includes accommodation as well, like, or it just
It
includes
includes accommodation. It includes accommodation and your general expenses, food and other things. But of course, it I would again say that it depends on the lifestyle you hold. So if your lifestyle, if you want to maintain a good standard of living and lifestyle, then you might have to spend a more, and it can go up to 4 to 5 thousand as well, including accommodation and other expenses.
I totally agree. So, Amir, it depends upon what life you choose. There are people who spend 40K dirhams a month on their lifestyle, and there are people who survive very well on like 3 to 4K, and or even with 8K with a family, right? It depends on
Yes.
what you choose because everything in the UAE is an extreme, right? So, if your goal is to save money, then I guess because it's tax free and you get paid at least 3 times your home country, especially if you're from say India, Pakistan, or other Asian countries. So, yep, that's what I would like to add. So, Bharat, also there's another question from Amir. He says, also, would like to know what software knowledge that is expected from finance folks over here? Any like for finance accounting, what technology should they know?
Of course, you should know basic MS Office skills. You should be able to quickly work in Excel and uh, Excel reports and Excel formulas. You should definitely know. And apart from that, accounting software, if I talk about, then in the smaller companies still we are following, in UAE we are following the same tele software which you will find in India. And for the big companies, they are following, they have SAP and Oracle system. And I would say that if you have a bigger software, a bigger accounting software experience like SAP or Oracle, then it's a very good added advantage in your CV, and you definitely hold a more better chances to get an opportunity in a bigger organization. But even if you don't have, then still we people will definitely expect you to understand how accounting software works. Even if you have a knowledge of tally, that is fine. And that's it, that is the only level of software knowledge which people will expect. And it is, I always feel that it doesn't depend on the software which you know. Accounting software almost all are similar. It's a thing which we add in the software. It's a technical knowledge which we should have. That should be your more focus rather than just on the softwares.
That's a great point. I hope Amir it helped. It answered your question. Bharat, what is the technical skills that one need over here? Like if you go for a finance interview or as an accountant or as a finance professional, in, say a larger organization or a smaller one, what is the technical skills that one need?
The basic accounting skills you should definitely have. Another thing that people will expect is that you are coming in a UAE market, then people will expect you to have a little bit knowledge of the compliances which a UAE at present have, like UAE VAT law, ESR compliances. This kind of compliances people will expect. No doubt people will ask you a question whether you know IFRS or not, but I understand that Ind AS and IFRS are somewhat similar. They have few, still they have few differences, but still, if you have a basic knowledge of Ind AS, that will be sufficient for you to clear the interviews. After that, as soon as you get job, no doubt you have to keep yourself updated with the new reforms which are coming in UAE. So as soon as you keep yourself updated, you will not face any more challenges. Chantal?
Yeah, sorry. Okay, so we have this last question from Prajna. Okay, but I guess we've already answered this question. So, Bharat, would you want to take it again, or should I summarize this answer? If you want, you can take it.
I have never answered in CFN until now. What do you suggest? Someone like me going ahead, considering I also have plans to move to UAE. Prajna, if you have a plans to move in UAE, I can see that you have a very good years of experience, number of years of experience. But I would say that if you are, because you have specifically highlighted that you have worked in direct and indirect tax field, and especially in transfer pricing, then I would suggest you to hold for a few more months till the time corporate tax is implemented and the compliance will start. After that, it will be more better for you, because right now if you will come, you might have to compromise on your on the profile which you hold right now. You might have to shift to accounting or maybe to auditing field as well. And if you are okay with that, you can definitely come. If you are not okay with that, you want to stick to the profile, because considering that you have worked already 10 years, you must be so expert in your field, in taxation field, that shifting your profile will not be a good advice. So I would suggest you to hold for few more months, and after that, as soon as the corporate tax is implemented, you can come to UAE and find a equal opportunity in the same field.
Prajna, I hope it answers your question. But if you ask me, I would say, you should, whenever, I think the earlier you come, the better it is. As I mentioned, I have a couple of friends who moved here for 6 months. They found no opportunity, literally. But then they started in accounting, right? They started in accounting and they did a little bit of corporate tax training, a little bit here and there. They started with 8 to 10, 8K, I guess. And right now, every day they're getting an offer. So and even my friend was in taxation, in international taxation transfer pricing, but there was no opportunity that was, like no big fours was hiring her for any opportunity. But I would suggest, if you're confident enough and if you're patient enough, I would say make a move. And when corporate tax is actually implemented, you will find a lot of opportunities instead of waiting, for corporate tax to be implemented. Because then you'll also have on the ground experience, right? Because otherwise, the question will be like, do you have UAE experience? And again, you'll have to restart. So that's my personal view. If you're able to, take the risk, as even Bharat said the same thing. So yeah. Cool. So I guess we've answered a lot of questions. And to everyone watching, we have a lot of content on the finance story. You can just check our link, our website link. I'll also send you emailers on the various topics about what is the cost of living. We've done some in-depth research, and we've got some in-depth PDFs made. So I'll send that to all of you because I have your email addresses. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to us, and you can reach out to Bharat. So Bharat, as a closing statement, would you have any more advice to semi-qualified professionals already here in the UAE and those from other nations who want to come here? So, any closing message?
I would say that I would definitely wish very good luck to all the people who are already in the UAE, all the semi-qualified who are already in the UAE, as well as who are planning to come to UAE. UAE is a great market, and it will definitely give you a very good learning things, not just the technical knowledge, but if you start working in different nationality companies, then when you work with different nationalities like Egyptian, Lebanon, or US or UK people, then you don't just learn about the technical skills, you get more learning experience, more work wise experience as compared to in India what we are getting. So you should definitely think about UAE and shifting to UAE. If you are already in UAE, I'm pretty sure that you must be doing very well. And if you have any kind of if you need any kind of a guidance, further guidance, or if you need any kind of a help, if I could give you any kind of help, I would be definitely glad to reach out. And you can definitely reach out to me on LinkedIn or any other portal.
Okay, thanks a lot, Bharat. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. And please reach out to us and we'll see how we could help. Thank you. Thanks a lot,
Thank
Bharat, for
you.
your time. Thank you,
Bye.
everyone, for joining in. Bye. See you.